let us begin without further ado. Um, Today's topic is tools for transforming unwanted emotions. And what I wanted to do was I do a lot of work on processing and transforming emotions, and I look for very quick solutions so that when we are engaging in life, that life allows us to enjoy, but also be prepared for navigating through rough patches very quickly. You don't want to be engaging in life and then have a stressful moment and then have to move yourself away to recharge only to come back to life. You want to be able to do it on the go. So I'm always looking for ways for us to be able to do that. And I found one way so that this will be very useful for all of us. So let us now begin talking about the concept of bowing to the monkey. I don't know if you've heard this term or not. Maybe it's my term. I don't know. But let's talk about this monkey that's always kind of chatting in your ear, always giving you advice. And that's usually stuff about you will not amount to much. Excuse me, just give me 1 second. I'm just going to. Sorry, I've got this thing on my screen that keeps reminding me that my microphone has changed and it may just distract people. So I just want to remove it out of here.
I don't think we can see it.
Oh, good.
Shamir.
Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. And let us continue on here. Beautiful. So you've all come across somebody saying this to you or somebody you know. Things like you will not amount to much. That's something that I know I heard as growing up. Other kids are smarter than you. You are not naturally talented. You can't make it as a leader. I heard that. I heard that when I was starting out in my career. My boss at that time basically said, you're a good relationship person. You should go into marketing, and rather than just being an engineer. Well, I showed him, and that actually fueled me to really pursue the more technical area, and I became a leader of engineers after that. So there are many things that we hear and listen and we accept and we adopt and we say, okay, you know what? Maybe what others are saying is true about me, so I'm going to put on that cloak. I'm going to wear that and I'm going to assume that. Out of that erupts our behavior, because when we adopt somebody else's version of who we perceive to be to them, we begin to behave like them. For example, if I am not going to amount to much, or if I'm not going to be a good leader, or if I'm not too smart, really, I don't deserve to have deep connections with others. And that's what the behavior that plays out. I'm unable to handle stressful situations because I snap, because I get frustrated all the time, because I'm not being my authentic self. I'm wearing somebody else's version of me, and there's a fight between my authentic self that wants to come out and that somebody else's version of who they think I am. And so that fight and that struggle comes up in life. You don't even know it's happening. Your subconscious is working in this direction. And so you snap. And that's what happens. You're unable to handle stressful situations because your true authentic self wants to come out and play, and you're bringing it down. You continue to aim low in life. I did that. I mean, I didn't think I'd amount to much. So I took a menial job. And one day I just decided to pursue a higher calling, and I did. And so I shed whatever that monkey chatter was, and avoid that. But for a while in my life, I actually became the monkey. That became my personality. Whatever I was hearing from outside, I adopted it because, in my view, at that time, they must see something I don't. They must know more than me. And of course, all of that culminates in engaging self-sabotaging thoughts and behaviors. And sometimes we don't even know what those self-sabotaging thoughts and behaviors are. We have no idea what they are. And we play them out all the time. So that is essentially kind of like the positioning of why I strive, and I made it my life's passion to find ways in order for us to uncover these things, uncover the limiting beliefs, the things that make us behave in a certain way, the thing that make us become the monkey in the personality rather than bringing our own authentic self out. So I found a way. I combined 3 different modalities, and I've studied all 3 of them. What we want to do is we want to up-level the personality. We want to stop becoming the monkey, somebody else's version of who we are, and we want to just emerge our authentic self. Let's find out what talents we were born with, what talents we were meant to display in the world. Because when you actually rise to the talent that you are meant to display and exhibit and kind of experience in your life, then the passion comes up, then your health journey improves, and abundance flows from that. But if you're not working from a deep passion, a deep root of purpose, you are floundering, you're wearing somebody else's hat, and that's not what we want to do, and that's not what this is all about. So we combine the 3 powerful modalities. One is the HeartMath tools and technique. The other one is neuro-linguistic programming and emotional intelligence tools. They're the third one. So what we want to do is we want to build the techniques today to actually help create nurturing relationships with others. Human beings are born to connect with others. There's a study that was done in Brené Brown, if anybody's familiar with Brené Brown. Study that was developed, or actually she conveyed this study at one of her speeches, that Maslow's theory, where they say that you need food, shelter, and food and shelter as the first primal instinct that we need to have before we will go into the higher areas. She says there's a more primal instinct than food and shelter. If you give people, and the studies were done, if you give people a choice between feeding their hunger or connecting with others, they will seek connecting with others. That is the human trait. That's what we're all born with. So when we create nurturing relationships with others, we actually fuel our passion. We actually live our authentic self. That is innate in us, and that needs to emerge and bubble. We also want to, this technique will also serve as a way to handle stressful situations with composure and compassion. There's a lot of studies to show that when you actually hit that resonant frequency of coherence in your body, and we're going to do that, we're going to show you how to do that, we're going to show you how to recall that very quickly using these 3 tools. But as soon as you hit that resonant frequency, your body becomes coherent, you become a lot more intelligent, you can maintain composure, you can display compassion. So it's a very simple way for you to reset from an unwanted emotion. And I just mentioned that, when you are in a state of coherence, you will make intelligent and appropriate decisions even under pressure. You will make those decisions. You'll become more intuitive. One of the things we will find out in this process, as you practice this, as a takeaway for you, as you practice this a lot, you will actually identify self-sabotaging behaviors. Your body will actually begin to reveal to you, here's where my authentic self lies, and here's where my toxic self is trying to fight my authentic self. And you will actually discover that, as I did when I went down this path and journey. So the more you practice, the more you'll realize where your authentic self lays, and then you will actually whittle away at the self-sabotaging behaviors and thoughts. So let's talk about this trifecta that I want to introduce to you today, and combining the 3 of them. The first one is neuro-linguistic programming. What neuro-linguistic programming does, and the technique we're going to use today, is going to help you rewire the brain and to replace self-sabotaging behaviors. It is there to rewire the brain. As a matter of fact, I would argue that it's going to be there to rewire your entire body, because your body has brain function in different organs. And so, this is the head brain that's working, but it's going to rewire the brain in your heart, in your head, in your stomach, everywhere else, all your organs that have neural pathways. It's going to program them to be able to replace self-sabotaging behaviors. So no matter where you hold this trauma, this particular subconscious belief, no matter which organ you hold it in your body, there's going to be a reprogramming of that very quickly. We're going to use HeartMath techniques. HeartMath techniques are used to build resilience and a powerful energetic presence. So a huge energetic balance. If you've been participating in some of my other programs, there's a whole science literature about this, about how the magnetic field of your heart affects every cell in your body. We don't have time to go into that here, but this is what we use HeartMath techniques for. We will actually use a HeartMath technique in combination with neuro-linguistic programming to achieve some powerful outcomes. Emotional intelligence techniques are there to preserve relationships and diffusing conflict. So when we actually program our body, you'll notice the first two, neuro-linguistic and HeartMath techniques, are there to set your internal biology up, to set your programming up, to set your energy field up. And then emotional intelligence techniques then allows you to convey those in words. And so to match the words with the compassionate, coherent energy that you are experiencing. So using the trifecta, the three together, is a powerful approach. And we're going to practice that today. There's going to be a practice.